So traders, King Russell is coming back with a vengeance. So let's check out that. Also check out gold and silver and a few other things that I really want to help you out with. Let's get straight into it. Don't place a trade based on what you're seeing in this video because there is no guarantees of making a profit in the market. It takes you a long time to become a good trader. So this video here is just to educate you to become a much better trader. Alrighty traders, so let's actually start off with good old King Russell. King Russell is coming back with a vengeance in the marketplace. Now, what am I talking about here with King Russell? Well, if you see through all the market today, okay? So through all the market today, we had pretty much everything around, the Dow was close to 1%. Everything else was about 0.5% or less. That's what we had through there, okay? But what we had was with the Russell, 1.9, almost 2% gain, right? 2% gain. What does that mean? King Russell is coming back. Now, why am I calling it King Russell? Here's the thing. Whenever I look at all the indices, okay? Or should I say, whenever we're looking to get into a business, the reason why I'm saying King Russell is, guess what? Is because whenever we're trying to get into something, right? We're trying to get involved with something. We're trying to capitalize on a really big move. What do we want? Do we want to get into something that's already made a big move and then we get in? Or do we want to get into something before it makes a big move so we can get it at the start? The latter, right? We want to get into something before it's already made the big move. So if we have a look at look at the Dow Jones. The Dow Jones has already been going up since towards the end of last year, right? We already had a really nice move to the upside. Look at the Nasdaq. Well, we know what's happening with the tech stocks, right? Tech stocks, here we go, straight to the upside. We can see also things happening with the S&P 500. Look at see, S&P 500, here we go. Already strong trending. But, and the big but is what? That chart there. This is the daily charts. Look at this here. What's happened with the Russell? The Russell has done what? Absolutely nothing. But we are developing and we are starting to see the big boys starting to increase to the upside. Now, this is something I was talking about with my actual coaching clients today. If you're interested in becoming a coaching client, guys, second link in the description, you can see there's all the details there. Fill out the application form. You can check out all the testimonials and stuff on there as well too. But looking at the actual Russell, one thing I was talking about the guys with today, because I'm with them for with my coaching group guys, I'm with them for an hour every hour. Actually, today I was with them for an hour and a half, really coaching them and guiding them and helping them through the process, right? Because there's so many things that become good at trading. Is trades identification, cutting losses short, letting profits run, controlling your emotions, right? Not trading on fear and all that sort of stuff. Understanding the markets more, so on and so forth. And one of the really big things I was actually teaching my coaching clients today was the art of reading what the market is doing right now, because that is the footprint of the big boys. The footprint of the big boys is screaming right now. And what is that? The footprint is the trend analysis. Because remember, you, me, we're the little birdies, okay? We're the little birdies. But what is the footprint? The footprint is the market, right? The footprint of the big boys is screaming right now, and especially on the Russell. Now, what is that? Well, let's check this out here. Remember, me and you, we don't push this market around. We're not the person who makes these patterns, trend analysis, right? All that sort of stuff. So if we overlay that with the simple analysis of trend analysis, who makes trends? Who makes the trend in the market? Or should I say, what actually is the trend? The trend is what the big boys are thinking and feeling at that point in time. And as we continue going along, you know, sometimes the big boys are still with that. They're still their conviction is very high, right? So that's the footprint of the big boys. Footprint of the big boys is screaming right now. Now, again, and the reason why I say it's screaming right now, because remember, if you think about what I just said before a minute ago, firstly, the Russell has what? Done not much. Where everything else has, right? And then also, if we have a look at what's happening here recently on the last, say, 6 months, maybe even last 1 year, what's the footprint do? Okay, the footprint is this. Now, there is trend analysis and there is strong big boy footprint, right? Another word. So what is this? Is that if the market starts to do this, goes up and comes down, and just say it comes down to almost the low, and then it comes back up, and it comes back down to almost the low, and then comes back up, right? This here, almost the same low, almost the same low, right? So that's the footprint of the big boys. Now notice they're actually coming down almost to the same low. What does that actually mean? That actually means that okay? That actually means that even though the buyers are there, they're just coming in. Now, when the footprint of the big boys is screaming we're in control and we're dominant, is what? Is when we start to get the market coming up and coming down, 50% retracement, coming up, coming down, 50% retracement, right? We're getting this point through here and this point through here, right? We're getting this movement from here, and we're getting the 50% retracements. We're now getting into what? This is now a strong trend, or the strong footprint of the big boys of what they're thinking and feeling right now. Make sense? And so this is what I'm talking about with my coaching clients today. And I talk a lot about in that actual trading course, first thing in the description there. And you can actually see you can see what the footprint here. And the reason why I'm saying that is look what's happening here. The market is, again, the big boys are starting to scream at us right now. So we see here, right? We see here that we have this point through here, point through here, point through here, right? And then we had this same low, bit of a double bottom. But look what's happening now. Strong higher low, or 50% retracement, come up, come down, 50% retracement, and then come up, right? So the big boys right now are screaming out this. So this has a real high probability of making a really nice move. If we do get above, right? I want to see this thing get above 225 first. And if that happens, we could pretty much make a pretty nice and fast move. Or there's a high probability of this happening. No guarantees, right? Because there is no guarantees in the markets, guys. It's actually on the back of that comment there. One of the big things I was actually saying to my clients, my coaching clients today is that where most traders go wrong, it's not with their winning trades, right? It's with their losing trades. You know that. And how you overcome that, that situation of doing really, really, really well and then blowing yourself out of the market is what? Every single trade that I get into, I'm always saying, if this is a losing trade, am I protecting myself? If this is a losing trade, am I protecting myself? If this is a losing trade, am I protecting? A lot of people, they get into problems with the market is when, it's not when they have the winning trades, right? The winning trades, here we go. But it's the losing trades, isn't it? It's the losing trades in the market that'll get you. And how I overcome that is now, instead of me focusing on how much profit I can make, I'm thinking about how much can I lose if this is a losing trade, and am I okay with that? Am I protecting my account still? Right? Am I going to blow up 50% of my account? Or is my account only going to be down maybe a few percent, from trading if I have a loss in this trade? What is that? Because once I have that in place, guess what? Once I have that in place, now, when I'm in the trade, I actually can have the emotional balance and control to let the profits run. One of the big things for most people can't let the profits run. Why? Because they're trading way too much. They're fearful of losing their profit, and so on and so forth. So this is one of the big things for me. So on the back of what I just said there, just make sure you keep that in mind, guys. That any given one trade can make your loss, right? So anyway, let's go now look at actually the big thing about silver. And silver right now, guys, has continued to be on this sideways movement. But the really big thing about silver is what? What is the big thing about silver? And this is something I really have learned so much about trading here, is looking at this short-term moving average, right? Look at this here. So this shorter term, right? This 24 moving average that I use, a 24 moving average on a weekly chart. If this is strong trending to the upside, I don't care how much of a drop we get. If we continue to get like a few months worth of a downward movement, but that long-term moving average is coming up, guess what's likely to happen? We're probably likely to push this back to the upside. So that's what's happening there with silver. Really strong through there. If I go back to the daily charts, we're really starting to, again, the footprint, right? The footprint of the big boys is screaming right now. Low. This could be another high low. If we break above the highs here, guys, Could be something quite nice. And gold is holding really strong right now. Really strong right now, right? Come up, and we're now pushing up. We're now pushing up to the upside where we are here. We could be getting ready for another push to the upside here. The danger where we are right now, if we look at this on the gold point of view, is what? Now we've already made a really big move. We didn't do much for a while. And if you've watched me now for quite some time, you will know this, right? Whenever the market goes sideways for quite a bit of time and we do start to break out, we tend to go for a really nice move for quite a bit of time. You just see this here time and time again, right? And even on a short-term level basis, is that, look at this here. Whenever we go sideways, this one here was sideways for a good 3-4 months and a big move up. Sideways for a good couple of months, big move up, and so on and so forth, right? And you see this here once again. If you just notice this here about the markets, this is my number one trading pattern. Is look at this here. After we go sideways, we tend to get a nice move. After we go sideways, we tend to get a nice move. So that's always the number one pattern that I'm looking for when I'm trading the markets.